Most people spend their lives reacting to the world. They think intelligence is a high IQ or a perfect memory. They're wrong. Real intelligence is a set of psychological protocols that 99% of the population never figures out. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to show you how to upgrade your mental operating system and why Point 5 is the ultimate power move in any room. Welcome to Mind Authority. Here's the reality. The most influential people aren't working harder than you, they're processing differently. They've mastered 5 specific mental shifts that allow them to bypass ego, neutralize stress, and command respect without ever raising their voice. If you feel like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle, it's not your effort, it's your strategy. Let's rewire the way you think. Point 1. Weaponized curiosity. Most people treat a disagreement like a war. Their ego flares up and they fight to protect their truth. Smart people don't fight, they extract. When challenged, they don't get defensive, they get curious. They use phrases like, "Help me understand the logic that led you there." This isn't just about being nice, it's a tactical maneuver. When you ask questions, you force the other person to examine their own weak points. Often, they'll talk themselves out of their own argument while you stay silent. That's not a compromise, that's psychological leverage. Point 2. The satellite view. Macro versus micro. Average thinkers live in the micro. A single rejection or a bad day feels like a life sentence. Smart people zoom out to the satellite view. They don't see a failure, they see a data point in a 10-year trend. They ask, does this matter in 3 years? No? Then it doesn't get 3 minutes of my peace. When you zoom out, problems lose their emotional weight. Rejection stops being a wall and starts being a redirection. You stop panicking because you realize that one bad chapter doesn't ruin the book, it just sets up the next plot point. Point 3. Radical mental real estate. This is where most people leak power. They waste mental real estate worrying about things they have 0% control over, the weather, the economy, or what a stranger thinks of them. Smart people run a ruthless filter. Can I influence the outcome? If the answer is no, they delete the thought. They realize that every second spent worrying about an unchangeable past or an unpredictable future is a second stolen from their actual goals. They protect their focus like it's currency, because in today's world, attention is the most valuable currency you own. Point 4. The power of the strategic pause. Low-value people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill every gap with filler talk because silence feels like a loss of control. But for a mind authority, silence is a weapon. Try this protocol. Next time you're asked a question, wait 3 full seconds before speaking. This does 2 things. First, it signals that you are thinking, not just reacting. Second, it forces the other person to listen more intently. Silence doesn't make you look slow, it makes you look dangerous. It signals that you don't feel the need to perform for anyone. Point 5. Proactive response versus biological reaction. This is the cornerstone of mental power. Most people are reactive machines. If someone cuts them off in traffic, they get angry. If someone insults them, they snap back. They are essentially puppets controlled by their environment. Smart people decouple the event from the reaction. They create a space. In that space, they ask, is this reaction serving my long-term goal? The person who remains calm while everyone else is emotional is the person who controls the room. They aren't suppressing emotion, they are mastering it. They choose the outcome they want rather than letting their biology choose for them. These 5 habits aren't a gift. They are a discipline. You don't need a degree to implement them. You just need the intent. Ask more questions. Zoom out. Protect your focus. Master the silence, and choose your response. This week, pick one protocol, just one. Practice it until it becomes automatic. This is how you build an authoritative mind, one shift at a time. If you want the psychological edge that most people never find, subscribe to Mind Authority. We don't just provide information, we provide the blueprint for mastery. Hit the bell, join the community, and tell me in the comments, which of these shifts do you need the most right now? I'm reading and I'm responding. I'll see you in the next analysis.